The following is a production of Fenix Media. The views expressed do not necessarily represent those of the company or its advertisers and may contain language that's unsuitable for younger listeners.
You know, out in Nevada near the silver mines, there's a kind-hearted woman. She's looking so fine, always taking care of her community. Bringing folks together is her cup of tea. She's out on the road and all over the web with a big smiling heart. It's About Town Deb.
Hey, it's About Town Deb with City Talk. And as you could see, right now, I'm actually at home in my home studio. Normally, I am at the National Automobile Museum. My other segments of the show, I will be there. But you know how it is with technology. Sometimes it just doesn't go our way. So I'm going to pretend it's going our way. And I want to thank my sponsors. So I would like to thank Basin Cellars. I want to thank Surratt Law Practice, Grille. And I also want to do a special thank you to FenixMedia.us and to Caliber Hair and Makeup and Dee Dee James for the theme song. And just thank you guys for being patient, because sometimes technology does get in the way. I'm just going to start out with our quote, because I think right now we all need a little hope, and especially today after internet going down. And I don't know about you guys, because right now in the Reno area, Verizon's had some issues with our phones. So I can actually say that, because in a couple hours, you're going to see this show. So our quote, which will provide us hope. So our quote, which is perfect for this month, because April is the month of hope. So how wonderful is it that nobody need to wait a single moment before starting to improve the world and Frank. And I just invite you to think about what you can do today to make a difference, what you can do every day to make a difference. So my guest, which you will be chatting with, is Reto. He's the general manager of Grille, and they are an amazing sponsor of mine, and they have been an amazing sponsor for many years, and they continue to give back. And then we have Jason Chandler, he's an author, and he wrote this amazing book, and I don't think it's been out more than 6 or 7 months, The $5 Difference. And it's showing how you can use your change to be the change in the world. Our guest, who we are so hoping you're going to see tonight, but you will see her very soon with Reto, their very own special City Talk, is Jennifer Webb. And Jennifer Webb is this amazing woman who her passion is to save our little doggies and our kitties. And there's so many seniors and veterans out there that all they have is their pets. And, sometimes they're on a limited budget. So that means sometimes they will not put food in their own refrigerator and tummies, but they want to make sure their pets get the care and the food they need. So Shakespeare Animal Fund was created by Stephanie Webb, and I cannot wait for you to get to hear her speak in a few weeks. I'm not sure exactly which day. It could be a week, it could be a few days, but we will definitely have her on again, because really we just adore her. So we're going to be talking about community and giving back. So Reto is representing Grille, and they do so much, not only for the SPCA, the Shakespeare Animal Fund. They do Northern Nevada Children's Cancer Foundation. They give back a ton. And Jason, I cannot wait for you to hear him as well. He's incredible, and you're going to love the book, and you're going to love to hear about that. So for now, we're just going to tell you that we love you and thank you for being patient. So when we come back from this short break, we are going to be talking with Reto and Jason, and we just want you to have an amazing evening tonight, and we will be right back. It's About Town Deb with City Talk.
Now more than ever, family matters, and Surratt Law Practice has your family in mind. Kimberly Surratt and her team have been helping maintain healthy families through their holistic approach to adoption and surrogacy, child custody, estate planning, and more for over 13 years. Your family law concerns are in caring hands with Surratt Law. Schedule your private consultation with a compassionate Surratt Law Practice team member today by calling 775-636-8200 or visiting lawyersforfamilies.com. Surratt Law, where family matters.
Welcome to Calvin's Barbershop.
You all gotta see this.
I don't even want to know what you're looking at on that phone.
Well, you should. I was learning about the dangers of high blood pressure and that we need to get ours checked regularly. High blood pressure can increase the risk of heart attack or stroke, but this text program can help keep it at a healthy range. Just text Barbershop to 97779 to sign up.
I'll get right on it as soon as I'm done with this baby panda video.
Text Barbershop to 97779. A message from the American Heart Association and the Ad Council.
I spend a lot of time in the backyard, and I'm the center of attention at summer barbecues. In '96, I made some of the tastiest s'mores. And in '09, it was me, your backyard fire pit, that accidentally started a wildfire when a summer breeze carried one of my embers into some dry brush.
Spark a change, not a wildfire. Visit SmokeyBear.com, brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Hope you enjoyed your meal. And I just want to say, he's lucky to have a brother like you.
Lucky? Caring for my brother is far from easy. But he's a part of me, like my arms and legs, so I'll be his. No time for tired. Nothing can disable this love. He needs me, but I'm the lucky one, even though I need help now and then.
If you're caring for a loved one, visit aarp.org/caregiving for care guides and community. Support for your strength. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
What if I told you that a tornado was going to happen tomorrow, right where you live? That it would touch down at exactly 3:17 p.m., and I told you the exact path it would take. You would, of course, prepare. You would talk with your loved ones, and you'd make a plan today. It's true, I can't tell you a tornado will strike tomorrow, but shouldn't you have a plan anyway? Go to ready.gov/communicate and make your emergency plan today. Don't wait. Communicate. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
This is Mario Andretti. You know me as a race car driver, but I'm also a Meals on Wheels volunteer. I've raced against the sport's biggest personalities, but I've never met more vibrant, amazing people than the seniors served by Meals on Wheels. You can make a difference by dropping off a hot meal and saying a quick hello. So, America, let's do lunch. Volunteer your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
This message brought to you by Meals on Wheels America and the Ad Council.
You're listening to Fenix Media. Listen live and explore more great shows at phoenixmedia.us.
You know that's what she said. Come on, let's have some fun with About Town Deb.
My town, your town, or any town, this is About Town Deb presents City Talk. Now, back to the show.
And welcome back to City Talk. I'm About Town Deb, your host, Debbie McCarthy. Oh my gosh, you know what? I love our community, and I love that April, we were all talking about at break, is National Hope Month, which, again, I'm surrounded by amazing gentlemen that love to provide hope every day in their lives, whether it's personally, their family, at their business. And that really says a lot about who I like to surround myself with. Yeah. So I want to welcome back Reto Gross with Wild River Grille. You've done so much. We've been partnered together for many years, yes. And I'm so honored. And I've watched how much you guys have grown and how much you donate back to the community. And just there's so many memories that have been made at the restaurant, at Wild River Grille, birthdays and weddings and family celebrations and first dates and internet dates and all those kind of things. And it's just really special. Yeah, and definitely. I say the part you give back. And then I went over to my left. I don't know if you're watching it, which side is on. Jason Chandler, I had no idea how much you have been doing for the community. And your book is amazing. And we're talking about hope and the $5 difference. I cannot wait to hear what inspired you to write this book, and what does the $5 difference mean?
So I get asked this question anytime I do an interview. I know. And I don't know necessarily how I came up with the idea originally, but I do have to say that I was inspired by the kids that I did the original experiment for.
So talk about that.
So as a class of 5th graders, I have a really good friend of mine who's a teacher, and it was local. We had to keep everything anonymous, due to the laws and stuff for the county and whatever. But we came up with an idea of where I would come in and do a presentation about how you can spend money in the community and make a big impact with like a little amount. And I'd read Money Master the Game by Tony Robbins, which is a great book.
Yeah.
And he talked about a program where he went into a school with a class of 5th graders, and he said, hey, if you guys can stay out of trouble, if you can get, a B average or higher. And the other part was, if you can do at least 20 hours of community service per year, then I will pay for a 4-year college education for each one of you.
Wow.
And then he was like, I don't know how I'm going to pay for this or how I'm going to do it. But he made that promise with that classroom. So I was kind of inspired by that. I'm thinking 5th graders, they have imaginations and stuff like that. How many ideas can I come up with? I don't know, not that many. But if we turn the ideas loose to like a class of 5th graders, and they can go wild with it. So really I went in and I talked about how there's 3 ways that we can spend our money. You can spend on yourself, someone you know, or someone you don't know. And then I used an analogy for like a gallon of gas to prove that our money doesn't matter, but what we put it into does. So if I put a gallon of gas in a big lifted truck, it might go like 5 to 6 miles down the road. But if I put that same gallon of gas in like a little scooter, like a Vespa or something, it'll go way further.
Yeah.
If I put that same gallon in a lawnmower, how many neighbors' lawns can I mow with that same gallon of gas? Now I've created a community of positive impact with that same unit. So I go into the classroom, I give the presentation and stuff, and I have them give ideas on how they can spend on themselves or someone they know or someone they don't know. I'll give it to my mom or whatever, And so then at the end of the presentation, I hand out every student, I give them a $5 bill. And I say, you have one rule. You cannot save this. You have to spend it in the next 30 days. And then you're going to turn in the assignments to your teacher. And I was just going to collect the assignments from her and just use for my research or whatever. But they asked me to come back. They're like, will you please come back in 30 days and we can tell you? And I was like, okay.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. So I go back in 30 days and I was blown away by what the students did. And that, I would say, is what inspired me to write the book.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So there was a class of 31 kids, and some of them did end up giving it to their parents for whatever reason. And then some of them gave it to homeless in the community. But what really inspired me was that 10 of the kids on their own pooled their money together and paid off the back lunch debt for other students at the school.
Is that incredible?
That's incredible.
Now that's providing hope. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Hope in our future with our children, making a difference and stepping up.
Absolutely.
Wow.
And so the teacher was moved by that the teacher pooled some money together with some of her colleagues and stuff and paid off the rest of the lunch debt for the rest of the students at the school.
Wow.
So that's what inspired me to write the book, to start the nonprofit, because I talked with my mentor about what, the class did. And he was like, that's only one class. Imagine if you talked to 100 classes or 1,000 classes. So we started a nonprofit. $5 from every book sold goes back to the nonprofit. So if I sell, let's say 1,000 books, that's 1,000 people that can go to the $5 difference program and they can have that same experience. Another thing that I learned too is that a lot of the kids, I mentioned they have back lunch debt. So a lot of them don't have the means to be able to go out and make a difference in their community like this. They can't have this lesson without that actual $5 bill.
Yeah.
So this is a way to give them the tools to do it as well.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it's been awesome so far.
Nice.
It's just incredible. Again, I'm speechless, which doesn't happen very often. So with your book, there's pages of stories. Yes. So are those stories of actual experiences, with kids?
Absolutely.
I know we can't put names because of privacy, but are there actually their experiences?
Yes. And so for privacy, the county was very specific. In order for me to do this experiment, I couldn't use the name of the school. I couldn't really even use the name of the county. People can kind of figure it out. They know where I live, that type of thing. So, but I couldn't use the name of the school, the classroom, any of the students, the teacher, anybody. I couldn't use any of that information. So in the book, the names are changed, but the experiences are actually real. And if you guys are watching this, I actually brought in the original
let me see.
assignments.
Because there are people looking at it. Oh my gosh.
And look at this.
Is that a real, you just blew up that 5 here. I'm going to hold this
So
up.
these are what the kids did. So on one side, it'll say before, And then on the other side, it'll say after. So these are their actual assignments that they turned in to their teachers. And so these are what we included in the book. Legally, I found this out too. I've never written a book before. So I've learned so much. Legally, I can't include this in the book because handwriting is copywritten.
Oh, wow.
It's the owner of whoever wrote it. I had no idea. It can't be reproduced. So I couldn't actually put photos of this because this is what I want. I was like, I want to put photos of
The
this.
actual handwritten
Look at their
copies.
handwriting.
I know,
Yeah.
it's adorable.
That's awesome.
Look how they misspelled this word. No, I'm just kidding.
That would be me.
So it was really cool to be able to do that and put their stuff in there, because you asked about, are these my experiences? These are the kids' experiences for a few of the chapters in there. And then I was inspired by them and what they did, that I challenged myself a 30-day challenge to where each day I would do something different with $5 to see how big of an impact I could actually make.
That's cool.
I only came up with 20 ideas, but
Okay, so I'm going to challenge Reto right now.
Yeah.
What could you do with $5? Oh. I mean, you can
put him on the spot. All right.
You can think about it. There's an example this is a simple thing. Okay. Let's say we just talked about, like, you're downtown shopping and you go to park and you're using your parking meter. Well, let's say the person next to you, like, you both pull up, or because if you're there's a lot of them that are expensive and you have those little machines you could put them in. Maybe the person in front of you or behind you, you can say, hey, I'm going to treat you to parking today.
That's awesome.
You can actually get your parking ticket. Say the person behind you, okay, are you want an hour, 2 hours? I'm going to get it for you. And then maybe I just made that. I just thought about that. Normally I put in extra money in the parking meter. If I know I need an hour, I put in 3 hours. So when I pull away, I know someone's going to go, oh, the light's green.
Yeah.
So that's what I do. But I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
There's many times up at Truckee, they have those machines and you go up and there's people waiting in line.
Yeah.
I think we should do that.
Yeah.
That's what I would do I'm going to do that with my $5.
One of my favorite things to do, which I don't know if it's a good thing or not, because it puts pressure on other people, is paying for somebody else behind me in the drive-thru.
I know.
Yeah,
I've done that.
Yeah, it's great, especially like Starbucks or coffee or something in the morning. That is $5. It is $5. It's right there.
Yeah.
And so to pay for somebody behind you, but I also know that it's like a never-ending loop, and sometimes you're like, "Ooh, okay, I'll get the next person."
But you know what? But see, the thing is, it's okay if the person behind you can't do it.
Yeah, there's no pressure on that.
There's no pressure, but they're just going to be so grateful. Maybe another day, they will do something else. Yeah. And I think even holding a door open for somebody. So if you're listening and you may not have that $5, still challenge yourself to hold open a door, smile. There's many ways that you can make a difference. And I think on one of I was reading and it says, an age-old question is, can money buy happiness? So what do you think? Can money buy happiness? I mean, what do you guys think?
No.
No.
But how you spend it can buy happiness.
There you go.
Exactly. I kind of agree with that one too. I think spending it in manners of helping is 100% how you can find the happiness. One thing that I've done in the past, and I learned it from my dad, which I thought was really cool, is buying a silly joke book. Dad jokes are funny. They are funny. Might be the worst puns in the world, but they make people giggle. And so I'll do things where I'll see somebody having a bad day, or they're just quiet, or they're anything, and walking up to them and knowing a silly dad joke because you spent $5 on a dad joke book
is actually interesting.
Is awesome. So walking up to people and saying, why is a lemon crying, and making some funny dad joke about it?
Is there a joke about that?
I don't know. I just made something up. Yeah.
Or why does a chicken cross the road?
Exactly.
I mean, not everybody knows that joke. I don't know.
Yeah. So it's just little things like that. It's not necessarily about spending the money. It's more about having the experience, uplifting people in any way that you can.
Okay, it's almost
Absolutely.
time. So it's almost time for break.
Okay.
We're going to come back for the final segment and we're going to continue the conversation. And I would love you to pick some examples maybe out of the book.
Okay.
And let's see what we think about them. And could we maybe figure out what we're going to do?
Of course.
Yeah.
Still think.
Absolutely.
Okay?
All right.
I still want you to think how you could make that $5 stretch to more than that. So it's About Time Dev with City Talk. We'll be right back.
WWE superstar Alberto Del Rio. Take one.
Behold the angry giant.
Try it again, Alberto.
Behold the angry giant.
Perfect. Good luck tonight.
Behold the Angry Giant.
Yay! Read me another one, Dad.
This is WWE superstar Alberto Del Rio. It only takes a moment to make a moment. Take time to be a dad today.
Visit fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
Keyboard Cat, Hamilton the Pug, and Toast Meets World. These are some of the internet's most beloved pets. And they all have one thing in common. Their stories started in a shelter. Start your story. Adopt a dog or cat today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org to find a pet near you. Training that pet to play the keyboard, that's optional. Start a story. Adopt a shelter or rescue pet today. Brought to you by Maddie's Fund, the Humane Society of the United States, and the Ad Council.
Okay, what are you wearing right now?
Nothing.
That's right. So mommy's gonna teach you how to dress yourself. Underwear always comes first, name tag at the back, then pants, then shirt. Get the first button in the right hole or you have to start all over. Socks going first, then shoes, right on right, left on left. With shoelaces, just take the ends, cross them over, switch the loops, the rabbit goes down the hole, pull tight, and you're left with bunny ears. Got it? Why are your pants on your head?
Most parenting is hard to do in just 2 minutes. But 2 minutes twice a day making sure they brush their teeth is easier, and it could help save them from a lifetime of tooth pain. Visit 2min2x.org to find out more. A message from the Partnership for Healthy Mouths, Healthy Lives, and the Ad Council.
How's it going? I'm having a stroke. Are you going to shake my hand? I'm having a stroke. Wow, you're not even moving your arm. I'm having a stroke.
When someone is having a stroke, they may not be able to say it with words, but their body language will tell you loud and clear. Look for FAST. F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time to call 911 immediately. Know the sudden signs. Spot a stroke fast. Visit strokeassociation.org. Brought to you by the American Stroke Association and the Ad Council.
The storks are bringing me a baby brother. We can do this together.
All right, let's go.
Storks know how to keep kids safe. Do you?
What?
Oh my gosh, you don't know.
I know.
You don't. Oh man, you laugh when you're uncomfortable.
No. Making sure your child is in the right car seat is one of the steps to safer travel.
I will rock this.
You will rock this. To know for sure that your child is in the right car seat for their age and size, visit safercar.gov/the right seat.
Cool. Very cool.
Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Now more than ever, family matters, and Surratt Law Practice has your family in mind. Kimberly Surratt and her team have been helping maintain healthy families through their holistic approach to adoption and surrogacy, child custody, estate planning, and more for over 13 years. Your family law concerns are in caring hands with Surratt Law. Schedule your private consultation with a compassionate Surratt Law Practice team member today by calling 775-636-8200 or visiting lawyersforfamilies.com. Surratt Law, where family matters.
You're listening to Fenix Media. Listen live and explore more great shows at phoenixmedia.us.
Ready to help from her toes to her head. Just give her a shout. Call About Town Deb.
My town, your town, or any town, this is About Town Deb presents City Talk. Now, back to the show.
And welcome back to City Talk. We are on our final segment. It goes by so fast, and I'm so excited to be here with Reto and Jason, and oh my goodness, Jennifer Webb, right. Shakespeare Animal Foundation. Did I say that right?
You just say that right?
Say that right. It's amazing that you guys connected and that you continue, not you, your team at Wild River Grille are still supporting the foundation and helping her. And we all love our little doggies, and to be able to take them to Wild River Grille and know that if you go on a Monday night, is it all day Monday? So it's Monday, like from 11, what time? From
we're open from 11 a.m. until about 9 p.m. every single day. And the patio is open every single day. So you don't have to just come on Mondays with your dog. You can come anytime you want to.
But if you come on a Monday with your dog.
on a Monday with your dog, yeah. So, or, I mean, you don't even have to have your dog on a Monday. Just come on a Monday and those proceeds go.
So there's a way that you can spend your $5.
That's right. Yeah.
You know.
I mean, you don't even have to think about spending it because it's already going to happen.
It's already going to happen. Yeah. I love that. So we're going to go back to Jason here with the $5 difference. So I'm being back. Here's the book. You can see it right here. So on the back of the book, I was intrigued because you're saying how to change the world with your spare change.
Yes.
And the $5 difference isn't just a book, it's a movement. a big movement for change.
It really is.
So talk about that, because you're all listening from all over 50 states. So we want you to know wherever you're at, this is a movement that we are challenging each other as well as you. So how can we help with that change?
Absolutely. So we started a nonprofit. It's the $5 Difference nonprofit. As I mentioned earlier, every book sold, $5 goes to the nonprofit, and that goes towards the presentations. So let's say I go into a class of like 50 people, or I have let's say I go to Wild River Grill and we do something for your staff, and then we're going to challenge, you're going to give $5 to each person, give them a challenge for the next 2 weeks. You have 2 weeks to see how big of an impact you can make in the community. It's kind of a team building thing.
Yeah.
Let's say that you have 20 staff members, that's $100. So anytime somebody buys a book, the money, $5 from that sale goes back to the nonprofit. So we can do things like that and do challenges like that. And when I say it's a movement, it's like really the kids inspired me to write the book. I'm really just telling their story. Then I was inspired to go out and try 30 unique ideas to make different $5 differences in the community. And then from there, we started thinking, okay, I talked about 3 different charities here in Reno, the Humane Society, Reno Sparks Gospel Mission, Safe Haven Animal Rescue are some of the ones that I talked about. So then I started thinking, okay, people all over the country are going to be reading this book. People all over the country are going to be hearing this, the show and stuff. So then I think it's chapter 10 or 11 in the book is the 50 states of $5. So I researched a different charity or nonprofit in each of the 50 states. So no matter where you're listening from,
that's
no matter
awesome.
where you're reading, you can find, and you can start, it's a starting point, obviously.
Yeah.
And if you already have a charity you feel passionate about, or something like Shakespeare Animal, the charity that we talked about today is, you can obviously support them. Or if you need help getting started, there's a ton of stuff on our Facebook group that we have. It's a private group. I was recommended to set up as a private group, so that way we know that people who are involved are actually want to be there and want to be involved. But there's a bunch of people that are sharing stories about what they're doing in the community, how they're giving back. And that's what the movement is really about, to get people to understand that we really can make a big difference with what little we have. We can change the world with our spare change. And you mentioned like dad jokes and stuff. So I don't know if you saw it or not, but we did a thing for Laundry to the People the other day. I had a long list of like laundry puns. I'm like, there's a load of information here. Let's turn the tide on what we're doing to give back to the community or whatever. So we had like a whole bunch of those on that page. So it was pretty fun. But again, Laundry to the People, that's another program that is, right here in our community. Yeah. Another one is Mr. Bubbles and Laundry to the People and Mr. Bubbles. It's a laundromat here in town.
Oh, Mr. Bubbles.
Yes.
I did to see that on your page.
Yeah. So they do a partnership where I don't know if it's every single Tuesday or if it's just like one Tuesday a month, but they actually provide free laundry services for homeless in our community. So they can go in and they can, get their clothes cleaned and things like that.
Yeah.
And so they were in need of laundry supplies like detergent and, dryer sheets and things like that. So I worked with a bunch of different people. We got a bunch of $5 donations together, and we were able to take over 1,000, enough to do 1,000 loads of laundry.
Wow.
So that's pretty
awesome.
cool.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Oh man.
So what do you think, Reto? Should we go over to Wild River Grill and we'll do something with the team?
I think that's a great idea. My whole team would love to do something
just
like that.
so you know, Reto, I'm recording this and I'm going to put this as a preview. So what would you like to say to your team?
Get ready. It's going to happen.
Okay, it's going to happen. But with what you guys do at Wild River Grill, I think that the $5 difference will make a difference.
Yes.
And it does make a difference. And this is something that they have done, which makes a difference. So we partner together with Children's Cancer Foundation,
right,
and we'll do a tasting.
Yes.
And we will sell the raffle tickets. And if they purchase wine, they get extra ones. So they actually helped us. So they would help go around the tables and sell the raffle tickets. And at the end of the night, sometimes they'll raise $500 just on raffle tickets, but their team took it upon themselves to go do it for us.
Yeah,
that says a lot. They didn't have to do that. I just could have stood out there and sold them, but they went to the tables. And so that's the kind of team that you have. So if you want to say something to your team, now's the time.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, shout out to my team. They are just as much a part of all the special things that we do for our community as me and Chuck are, the ones that are running the show. We couldn't do it without them. They help us. Sometimes they might be like, oh man, another one, but they are 100% on board with everything because they want to support their community as much as we do. They love the arts. They love the Pioneers Center, which it helps tons of local artists. They love our neighbors at the Sierra Foundation of Arts with local muralists and local painters. And then we also do musicians that come on our patio. Everyone's
so
local.
actually talk about that before we go, because I'm telling you, everybody wants to know, where can you go hear local music? Actually, I got a request on my Facebook page from somebody who knew my neighbor when I was in elementary school, and this is the fact.
That's Reno for you.
They messaged, no, they were coming to Reno and they said, we want to hear live music. Where do we go? They want to know where to go to eat. Where can they could do this? So people do want to go outside and they want to hear local music. So has that started yet with you guys?
No, it starts in May, so it's very close.
It's getting close.
It's getting close. It's 2 weeks away.
So you have, they're there from 7 days a week?
7 days a week. Yeah, we have it from 6:30 to 9:30 every single night. And on Sundays, we even have a matinee show from 2 to 5. So
think about that, guys.
Sundays. Yeah.
You are supporting our local artist, providing entertainment and, again, hope for them. A lot of them, this is their way to make a living.
Yeah. And a lot of them did get hurt with the pandemic, I know it's
for sure
2 years. Thank goodness it's been that long, but they're still hurting. 2 years ago, they didn't have a single thing and everything got taken away from them. Live events wasn't a thing. So they're trying to recuperate, and $5 makes a huge difference to each one of them, even if it's a $5 tip or if it's, buying them a dinner, or maybe they just had a rough night and you buy them a drink, anything helps out.
But, there's that $5 difference. And I thought I read somewhere in your book about tipping as well.
Absolutely.
I mean, tipping is really important. And I actually overdid a tip just the other day, and I got Georgia, if you're listening, she goes, oh my God, did you know what you gave? I'm like, no, I just figured this said keep the change, and I wasn't even paying attention. They got a big tip.
Good.
But I just felt like, I didn't even think about it.
Yeah.
It was like, I thought, you know what, you guys are working so hard today. And I just, pulled out a 20 and I got 2 coffees. I feel like, oh, geez. I said, here, keep it. And their smile on their face was like, they would have thought I gave them $100 bill.
Absolutely.
They were so grateful for that. Yeah. So really, it's about making a difference. And whether, like I say, it's your change, in your car. Sometimes I stick it in my little, it used to be like the ashtray thing. And I put my change, and you can use that change.
Mm-hmm.
There's always change at the bottom of your pocket. Save all that change, guys out there, and then make a difference. Collect that $5 and do something with it.
Absolutely. And one of the stories you wanted me to touch on a story. Yes. So this one is probably the most impressive one from all the presentations and stuff that I've done so far.
We're ready.
He was in 6th grade. He was part of the participation, or one of the participants for the $5 difference program. He got a $5 bill. He thought outside the box, and just to show you, so you guys can see this, most people write on the page this way, right? With the lines of the paper.
Show her the camera, because we don't have a minute.
Here's the lines on the paper. He actually wrote his assignment across the line.
That's
so
hard
he's
to do.
Clearly thinking outside the box.
Yeah.
So this young man took his $5, went and bought a powdered lemonade mix for Country Time Lemonade, made 5 gallons of lemonade, went and sold that at a Nevada Wolfpack tailgate, raised $166. And then he remembered that donating it to the Food Bank of Northern Nevada, one meal is only 33 cents. So he donated all $166 to the Food Bank of Northern Nevada, which equals over 500 meals. So he took his $5, turned it over 500 meals.
Amazing.
That is.
So before I forget, Grandma B and Glenda up there smiling. Grandma B, Ellie, love y'all. Papa Tony. I always do a shout out to my family. So website for you guys. I want to make sure we get the website.
$5difference.com. Very simple. The number 5 $difference.com.
So go there, please, everybody. Check it out. And we challenge you to make a difference. Wild River Grill website.
wildrivergrill.com. Yeah, it's pretty simple.
So
straightforward.
Pretty easy, and About Town Deb on any platform. Thank you both. And Jennifer, thank you. Christian, thank you. It's About Town Deb with City Talk. Next week, I'm going to be having on the set a wine tasting pairing. We may have my wine, but we're also going to be supporting other people who are wine ambassadors. I decided I might as well just share the mic with many other people enjoying
I might have to
wine.
come back for that.
Come back for that. And you can get my About Town Deb wine at Wild River Grill.
You can.
And if you get lucky, I might be there. And what I did the last time, I opened a bottle and I had your staff share it with people.
Yeah.
So if you see me, I might buy a bottle. You might get a free glass. I think I actually gave a glass the last time to somebody sitting behind me.
Yeah.
So it's About Town Deb with City Talk. Please remember, you are the difference. You are the change. And together, we're one heart. About Town Deb.